Hey guys, Jonathan here. We're going to be starting up our Pulse Points. The first step is the most important step, and that's how to go live. So the first thing we're going to be talking about is setting up your OBS system, your open broadcast system. And we're going to be getting into different points on like setting up your stream. So here we go. So when you first start up, it's gonna look very similar to if I open up a new scene. First things first, you start off like this. The first thing I wanna talk about is the actual OBS software. So if I take this out, this is what it looks like, just plain, fresh. You won't have all this stuff down here, but we're gonna work on getting you to where you can get there easily. So first thing you wanna do is you wanna go to your settings. There's a bunch of different stuff that you wanna look at. Most of this you don't really have to mess with. It's already fine the way it is. First thing I want to go through is your stream. So depending on where you're streaming, if you're streaming on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook Live, Restream.io to go to different ones, Twitter, whatever, you'll select whatever it is, and then you'll enter a stream key, and we'll get into how to enter your stream key later on in the video. And you have different servers for some of them. Then you go to your output. This is the most important thing. I'm going to be putting up a chart up here that kind of shows what bitrate you should be going at for different resolutions. For 1920 by 1080p, which is what I'm using, 6000 is perfect. For Facebook, they require your keyframe interval to be at 2 seconds. I set my CPU usage very low for all of this. If you want to record your gameplay as well, you just hit the recording tab, and then if you already have it set up to stream, when you go to your recording, all you do is use a stream encoder. Super easy. You can set up different audio tracks. So if you have like your music on track 1, and everything else on track 2, and you want to just record everything except for the music, you just hit track 2. Audio. So there's 2 different ways to set up your audio. You can go into OBS itself and click on audio source and then select an audio. I like to do it in the settings tab because it's there no matter what you're doing. I just set my desktop headphones as well as my microphone. And the same thing goes with the microphone. You can always add it into your stream. Everything else in here, I don't really mess with. The only thing I've messed with is the advanced tab, the monitoring device. If you ever want to monitor what you're doing and you want to hear the stream, you just hit this right here and you just set it to whatever your main audio output device is. And whenever you go into your sound settings, there's an audio monitoring and you can turn it on to hear it. The next one is going to be the video. This is the one that most people kind of go back and forth between. You have your base canvas. Most people say to do it at 1080p and then scale it down to 720p because it doesn't require as much resources. My school of thought is put it at whatever you're going to put for both. Just so your computer doesn't have to do anything extra. You would just use your base canvas resolution of 1920 by 1080 and then 1920 by 1080. If you're in 720, just do the 720 and whatever your resolution is going to be. The downscale filter, it's a lot of personal preference. I've had some success with Linksys. That's what I prefer using. The common FPS values, I set it to 60 frames per second because that's what I like to have the stream at, is at 60. You can set it to 30, whatever it is that you want. You have hotkeys, and we're going to touch this on a different video regarding the Stream Deck, but you have a ton of different things that you can do, and you can use hotkeys to do it. Then there's the advanced tab. Here's the most important part of the entire video. If you don't get anything from it, do this. When you're in the advanced tab, scroll all the way down to the network part. Bind to IP, you can either set it to default or set it to a certain IP address, but this is the one you want to check. Dynamically change bitrate to manage congestion. Main reason is if you're not hitting the internet speed that you're setting the stream to, if you don't have this selected, you'll just start dropping frames like crazy so that it can output at that. But as far as setting up your stream, that's really all you really need as far as setting up the OBS. Then you're gonna be setting up like all of your scenes and stuff to add different scenes, different kinds of transitions and overlays. You're gonna want to maybe put transitions in between. Then you have all the different sources, which are like your overlays. Like I can turn my camera off, turn it back on. Same thing with the overlay on it. But we'll talk about more of that next time for Pulse Points. But yeah, that's going to be it for Pulse Points, which is really, really quick and easy way to set up your OBS software. If you have any other questions about OBS in general, feel free to drop a comment down below. Make sure you hit that like button on this, hit the share to share it out to other people, so the other people that are wanting to start streaming or have questions about their OBS can see this video. But until next time, I'm Paul & Co. Keep spreading the love.